to the camera. Not me. Say hi to the camera. Say hello. Hello, people. Hey, my name is Ace Wally. I am new to the stew crew. Y'all, it has been a year. Let's get into this retie. Before we get into this 1 year update, make sure y'all stay around for my best advice and the 2 tips that I have for you at the end. I am not a professional by far. However, I do appreciate you guys allowing me to be me and show you my hair journey without ridicule. Let's get to it. Thank you to everybody that has supported me throughout this journey. You guys have given me like life. Truly life. Your comments, your suggestions, your advice, all of it. I take it in, I listen to it, I process it, I try it, and so far so good. We've been on this journey for a year now and we haven't lost a lot. And to be so positive, I read comments from other influencers and somebody has something negative to say. My tribe has been the best because you guys have nothing negative to say. It's either a question, it's either a comment. I'm genuinely happy and thankful for you guys for that. Now, this next thing might really blow you guys' mind. Let me share a little backstory about me and my sister, aka Auntie. She is my sister in love. She is my best friend. She is not my auntie, but we call each other auntie because when our children were young, we were calling each other by our first names, so were they. So you know how kids go through that phase and they repeat things. So we decided, well, I'm gonna call you auntie, she's gonna call me auntie. So that way the kids would know what to call us. Now that we've cleared that up, let's get into some hair stuff. Now, my sister is an actual beautician. She has actually done beauty school. She is a professional. We both had never done MICROLOCS before. We both was interested for each other. You know, she wanted to do them, I wanted them. So what better combination than for us to get together and create what you have seen as our 1 year journey. So that's how this whole thing was birthed. Just to give you a little backstory in case you're new to my channel and you haven't seen a couple of the other videos, which I suggest you go check out. And you might want to start at the video that's like my half year mark, so that'll get you kind of up to speed to where we are right now. Let's talk about the beginning phases of my actual lock journey. In the beginning, you know, when I first established my locks, they were real thin. They looked more like braids, and then they were curly because we did the Bantu knots. So I will say, when you first establish your locks, they're gonna be thinner, but then they will thicken up. So don't worry about how thin they look in the beginning because, like I said, they're gonna thicken up, and I like to repeat myself apparently. I also noticed that my perimeter didn't stay intact. So you're gonna have to retie basically as if you're starting over a lot with your perimeter. If you go back and check out some of my videos, you will notice we had to do that a lot, especially in the front. I called the one in the front ocean water because I simply felt like when I came from Jamaica, honey, it was doing its own thing. Every time Auntie pretty much did my retie, it came loose. Let's talk about budding. Y'all know when I first got my locks done, my back was a little bit bigger than my front. If you don't know, go back and look at my initial establishment, you'll see why. I feel like, or I know that the back of my hair began to bud sooner than the top portion of my hair. And I feel honestly it's because I sleep on the back side of my head, and also this side. This side started to bud too, and you know, become a lock quicker than this side because the agitation and the rubbing that pretty much gets your budding process going. I do sleep with a satin pillowcase faithfully, or a bonnet, like all the time, no matter what. Now let's talk about like the washing and that type of care, right? Y'all probably have only seen me do one wash video. I think it was, no, two wash videos. I don't really wash my hair a lot, and that's because you guys know I don't like frizz. I do spray my hair with water, but I don't really wash it. And I do have a different routine. Well, I have established a different routine for winter versus summer, because in the summer I tend to sweat more in my head. I tend to try to, you know, work out because we want a hot girl summer. So I do actually have to wash it more. My method that I have been trying to keep up with is the braid and band method. However, sometimes I don't because I just get lazy, I'll be honest. But when I don't braid and band it, I do notice that my hair is just more frizzier. When I braid it and I band it, I do get a cute little hairstyle the next day, okay? This is not it. This is just me washing my hair and just letting it go because I went to the pool on the 4th of July. As far as my hair maintenance over time, the longest I've ever been is about 9 weeks without a retie. And I did notice if I go that long, my hair starts to, I guess I call them spider webs. It creates those spider webs that begin the marrying process where they try to attach themselves to one another. But y'all, I have what I consider happy hands. So I'm always running my hands through my head, or I am always trying to make sure that it stays separate. For the most part, I may have gotten a Mary or two like in the back, and I think we recorded that or showed you guys that on a previous video. But I have the same lock count. Capiche? Caposh. Do not go beyond your loctician's recommendation on how often you need to get your reties. They actually matter. Another thing with my lock maintenance is conditioning. I'll be honest with you and tell you this. I don't use conditioner every time I wash my hair. I know it's like taboo in the lock community, and some people like it, some people don't. It's kind of like having salt, you know. Some people like salt in their food, some people don't. For me, in my hair, I feel like it's just sticking up if I spray it with water and it doesn't do anything, like it doesn't move. That's mainly when I put conditioner on my hair. So I can't even give you a time frame because it's more so as needed. If your hair is not in one of those more secure type locking methods like interlocking or Sisterlocks, or if you don't have braids also, then you probably don't want to go ahead and use conditioner. Okay, I probably know that's overkill, but you know, hey, I gotta let you guys know. I get my retie done, my hair itches like the dickens, and my honest opinion is just that it's tightened to the scalp, you know, like braids. When you get braids and you're always doing like this, to me it's the same thing. Also, y'all, I don't do anything for my ends to curl. When I spray the water on them, they pretty much curl. I have 4C hair. My sister has left the ends out. They just curl. They curl like they naturally would. End of sentence. Another thing with the retightening is the method that my sister used is one that I feel she's made up on her own, which she retightens my hair and then she also wraps my hair because we want to get rid of the frizz. That's just something that you're a good beautician. You want your customer to be happy. You do what it takes to make her happy. And ta-da! I don't know what to call it yet. Rewrap tightening. I don't know. We'll give it a name. Before I wrap this all up and give you my best advice, I'm gonna give you 2 tips. One is to make sure your hair maintains its elasticity. And then also, don't be afraid to style your initial install. It's not gonna hurt your hair. Do hairstyles. I wish I would have done more hairstyles when I had my initial install. For the most part, this is me. This is how I wear my hair. Don't be a me. Don't be me. Now, my best advice is listen to your hair. Listen to your hair. Yes, you may need a professional to actually assist you with the problem once you've diagnosed it pretty much. But listen to your hair. It will tell you if it's dry. It will literally tell you what to do with it. If it needs anything, it's gonna tell you. And if it doesn't need something, it's gonna tell you. So you just make sure you listen through every single phase. Don't feel like this air quote ugly phase thing is a real thing, because I don't think it is. I think it's growth, just like with anything. You know, you plant it and it grows, and that's exactly what you're doing with your hair. You install it and it grows, and it just goes through the many different phases of becoming mature. That's my best advice. Now, y'all know I can go on for hours and hours talking about my MICROLOC. However, I'm gonna stop right here, and if y'all have any questions, any comments, any advice, y'all know I love y'all advice. Y'all drop it in my comments below. Y'all can also DM me. I'm on Instagram, and now I'm on this new thing called Threads, so you can follow me there. And then don't forget to check out that 6-month video that I mentioned in the beginning. Right. Yeah. Bye.